friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily if you are new here, also known as Illume Life. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a photo of myself explaining how much my houseplants have grown, and I wanted to get on here today and show you some of the ones that have been catching my eye. Not necessarily my favorites, but they are ones that have been growing quite rapidly since the summer has hit. And without further ado, I don't want to make this too long of a video. I want to show you the top 5. The 5th one may have another one included in it, so I'll it's the same plant family, so I'll equal it as 1. I would love to get started and show you what has been sticking out to me, what I've been loving. So let's just jump right into the video. The first one on my list is my Ficus Tineke, also known as the rubber tree. This plant has given me about, let's see, so far this summer she's given me, hope you can see it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's given me 6 leaves in the last 2 months. When I first got this plant, she was only about right here. Last summer she gave me 5 leaves, which stopped right here, and then all of this new growth right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, and right here is all from this year. Yuck. But her leaves just keep getting larger and larger and larger. This last leaf she came out with, well, this one's probably her biggest one right in front of us. Right here is huge. I mean, my whole hand doesn't even cover up this leaf. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. She is just growing like a weed. Second on my top favorite 5 houseplants right now, or the ones that have grown the most for me this summer, may shock all of you. For a long time, I refused to buy one. I decided to purchase 2 tiny little 4-inch pots. Where the propagations had started. I planted the 2 4-inch pot plants together in a hanging basket because I knew eventually I was going to transfer everything to a hanging basket. And ever since I did that and summer hit, she stays in my tropical room. It stays around 80 degrees in there, and I would say about 75 degrees humidity, probably around 70. This plant has shocked me the most, and I have loved it. It has seemed super easy for me to take care of. I don't really do anything to it. It's still growing and it still has a long ways to go, and others will have more big and beautiful ones more than I do, but this was my first go at it. And so this is my rosary vine, also known as chain of hearts, I believe, and string of hearts. I think there's other, like the woodii or something like that. I'm not good at scientific names, you guys, forgive me. But this plant, or these plants that I set together in this hanging basket, they weren't even draping over the sides when I first got them 2 months ago. It has shocked me how fast this plant has grown. I just watered her 2 days ago, but I wait until her leaves get kind of wrinkly or kind of soft feeling, or they kind of give when you press into them. And then once you water them and they don't need to be watered, they're more firm. They're more of a thin type of succulent, but I wouldn't go necessarily as far as calling it a succulent. I don't know. I don't know much about this plant. All I did, I was like, I bought it on a whim. I'm very thankful that I did. I don't know much about it, but ever since I potted it up, it has done nothing but grow for me, and I've loved watching this plant grow. It almost grows just as fast as my devil's ivy, also known as pothos, in my tropical plant room. But second on that list for me is the string of hearts. This next plant that I'm going to show you, number 3 on my list, might shock all of you. It is a very common plant, at least where I live and what I have seen. I don't believe it's talked about very often because it feels like everybody has one of these plants. I got this as such a tiny, tiny little baby starter plant. I got a little 2-inch pot for $2 and it had a baby spider plant in it. I can't believe how rapid this little guy, I mean, he's not so little anymore like he used to be. I mean, he used to be like only this tall with a whole bunch of little like tiny little leaves, but I've had him probably about 3 months. He has done nothing but give and give and give and give and give. And I cannot wait for this spider plant to just get huge and start creating its own babies. I have absolutely been loving this one. This one stays in my kitchen where it gets bright indirect light on my countertop, and it is happy as a little clam there, and so it will remain there. I don't know how he's gonna do during the winter time, but I will keep you updated and posted about it. So number 3 on my list is my spider plant. 4th upcoming plant, this will shock none of you who follow me on Instagram. I know I keep saying that, but I post a lot of videos and photos on my Instagram. But this one I recently got a climbing pole for. I am so thankful that I did. The stem on this plant is so thick that it was falling over, and I was so afraid and I would be so devastated if this plant snapped from not having some sort of a support holding him up. This is my 4th plant on my favorite, or my top 5 favorite house plants. Absolutely gorgeous plant. This is my José Buono. I think José Buono. I'm not good at saying some of those names, but this is the most recent leaf that he has come out with. This is Roger. I named him Roger because of my very good friend Roger, and his wife blessed me with this plant. I think it was last year. I'm not quite sure because this whole year has flown by so fast. But this plant is just kicking, and he is doing so good. When I first repotted him into this black nursery pot, I planted this plant and it gave me 2 or 3 really weird torn leaves, and it seemed like it took a while to get jump started and start growing for me. But once it got all acclimated into this pot, he has done nothing but give me one larger leaf after another larger leaf after another larger leaf. So I am very happy. He is giving me a new leaf right there, and I am glad that I got him a support pole or a climbing pole to go up. Number 4 on my list is my José Buono. Number 5 on the list, I had mentioned that I was going to show you 2 plants because they're in the same plant family, and I have really been enjoying them. I've been getting into begonias a lot lately. I know, Davi, if you watch this, you told me that you were going to get me into them. There were a few that I really, really like. I love cane begonias and I love angel wings. One, this begonia maculata. Little bit of a backstory on this. I purchased this plant from my good friend Shamika. With this one, the leaves ended up crispifying. This is one of them that I took off all the dead stuff off of that leaf. There were a couple more. This one had some, I mean, you can still hear it. I mean, you can hear it in my microphone. It's kind of crispy, but it all of a sudden hit this growth spurt, and he's given me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with another one on the way. I'm excited to watch this guy grow. Shamika told me that she was going to send me another one because I was concerned because all of them had crispified, but now there is no need because I have actually been enjoying resurrecting or taking rehabilitation plants into my care and watching them thrive and grow and get stronger. That's something that I have really been enjoying lately. I know I haven't made any videos on it, but this is number 5 along with another begonia. I ended up reviving this plant and I am so thankful. I am grateful. This plant, I mean, has no words except it's gorgeous and it's stunning and it's beautiful. Something's elegant about it. And this is what jump started me into begonias, honestly. I don't even know the name. I'm gonna try to find the name of this begonia. I've seen others have this one as well. When I first got this plant, it had 2 leaves on it, or a leaf, and this plant grows all sorts of wonky. I need to find a climbing pole to strap it up. She was growing up out of the pot and then straight out, and I wanted to train her to go up, and I repotted her, and then ever since then she kind of did her own thing. But I need to find a climbing pole for her, not even a climbing pole, but just some sort of support for her to be able to climb up. Begonias seem to do really well in my house. I don't know why, but she has a new leaf right there. She just came out with this one. Her largest ones are down below because that was before I planted her into a different pot, and it just seems like it goes through some sort of a transplant trauma thing. And so they'll usually come out with smaller leaves, and then once they adjust and acclimate to the pot, they start popping out these big, huge, beautiful leaves again. Really love this plant. That is my current top favorite 5 houseplants so far. I have many, many more that I could show you, but this video would be an hour too long. I have really enjoyed watching my houseplants grow. I hope you have enjoyed it. I thank you so much for watching my videos and commenting down below. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Comment. I will try my best to get back to each and every one of you. And just a special thanks to my biggest supporters out there. You know who you are. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I will be talking to you soon. And that's me signing out.